Hey everyone, Vincent Wayne here for Tipline. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's take a look at CDIO today. CDIO had a massive run up yesterday, 144% run up yesterday. That is crazy. So where is it at now? It's retraced back down to 120, which is completely healthy in my opinion, because it needs to retrace and let the oscillators cool off. Okay, the big picture here for me is there is an $8 price target for CDIO, and the other catalyst is a partnership, huge partnership. Look it up, do your DD. I'm here for the TA, so I want to throw those two key information out there. But let's move on with the TA. The first thing I want to see happen is another attempt. It might take 2 or 3, another attempt to break the 200-day moving average. That is super important. Tried yesterday, got rejected, and so I want to see more buying pressure come in. Volume yesterday was massive, 148 million shares. The last trading day, which was the day before, was 104 million. So we went from 104 to 148. There was one more day in here that had 149 million shares traded on 1031. Now that is a lot for a stock that only has 5.5 million float and under 10 million shares altogether. So this is a micro float, and it's awesome that we are in this play. Okay, so moving on, I want to look at this massive falling wedge. Okay, this massive falling wedge that has a top end price of $10.25. Now, if the breakout should occur at some point here, right at about $5.31, wow, that's going to be like up, break to 5, come back and test it, and then if should that happen, we're looking at $14.53. In my opinion, this is all hopium right here for this to happen. I can't see that happening. If it does, then this is going to be one of those stock that just moons. I'd love to see that happen, but realistically right now, I want to see this 200-day moving average get dealt with within the next day or two. Okay, so let's break into the chart. 4-hour chart, as I stated, it needs to get it needs to cool off, which is fine. This last red day had about 1 million shares sold off on the 7th at 4 a.m. in pre-market. After market yesterday, about 5.6 million shares sold off, and then this morning about 450,000 shares sold off. So that sounds about right. That's about the entire float right now that is being sold off, which is expected. It's expected. Let's look at the oscillator here on the 4-hour. Yep, it's retracing extremely healthy. Being that there are very few shares, I want to see this bottom one bounce off in this top area. That is a sign of bullishness. And on this one, I want to see it bounce off right exactly where it's at right now, come back up into the oversold area, which is up in this area up here, which is up in this area. Okay, all right, so that is the 4-hour. Let's look at what's going to happen here pretty relatively soon. On the 5-minute chart, let's look. Is it 5 or 10? Let me look. Let's look at the 10-minute chart here really quick, because we are looking at a descending triangle, or triangle-ish. I was watching to see if price was going to break down below 120, and right now it looks like it's not. Let's see what the buying pressure is. 38,000 shares. That's not bad. So what my thinking is, once it breaks this triangle that was formed, I don't know, starting yesterday around noon, I want to see this breakout at $1.23 and then nail the price target at $1.89. The breakdown to that is they're going to bring this down to 53 cents, right? Not fun. But ultimately, this is where the 200-day moving average is that I have drawn on the one-day chart at $1.61. That's a pretty key critical target to break this morning. If you look at the waves on the 5-minute chart here, you've got, hang on a second, sorry guys, there is already a completion of the waves. So one down to two, two to three, three down to four, retracement, five, A, let's see here, B should be here, C is the full retracement, and now the cycle starts over again. And so that's why you're seeing this bit of bullish activity. Let's see here. Oh, that's interesting. A 5-minute bearish flag just popped up. So let's hope that that gets eradicated here soon. Let's look at the 10-minute chart. 10-minute chart shows that price is, I mean, at this point, it's bearish. Why? Because here's the 50, 20, 8, and 3, and price is hovering around the 3 right now, EMA. So that is pretty much where the bottom has been along here, and support was basically, it took some time to consolidate in this range yesterday. So I'm fairly confident that this is going to be on the 10-minute chart, this is going to be point C retracement, or A. This is probably going to be A retracement here. Okay, let's keep an eye on that because I need to see this come back up at least to the 50 to get retested, and then before it moves on from there. All right, now let's look at the 1-hour chart. This is where things get interesting. On the 1-hour chart, again, I keep a very close eye on the waves. Wave 1 took quite a bit to play out, wave 1. And then wave 2 retracement came down. This is where this blew me away yesterday, was because I thought that after this retracement here, price was pretty much done around $1.21, but then it kept going to the top of wave 3, and that was the high of $1.74. So what does that mean? So where are we at right now on CDIO? That means that this retracement in going into close yesterday and in pre-market right now is wave 4. And so I'm fairly confident that wave 5 starts here and either come back, retest the 174 and gets rejected, or with enough buying pressure, we're going to see a 1618 extension, and that's where that's going to land us above the $2 price target, which is going to be freaking awesome, right? That's going to be awesome. Now, going back to the 5-minute chart breakout again, does that not align with this triangle breakout that we're seeing possibly get executed here at the $1.22 price target right here? So TA matters in a sense that you got to look at all the different charts together. Yep. So we were looking at the 1 minute. I'm sorry, the 1 hour chart where the leg between 3 and 4 is still developing. So what do? I cheat. I go to look at the three. I'm sorry, the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart tells me that, hey, yeah, you're right. Look, leg 3 to 4